Привіт усім підписникам каналу Radio ROKS, це Сергій Зенін, і у нас для вас новий проєкт. Я останнім часом відчував таку конкретну нестачу спілкування із зарубіжними рок-артистами. Дуже цього хотілося і як рок-фанату, і як радіоведучому, і як людині, яка потребує практики англійської мови. Це теж зіграло певну роль. Але, звісно, найголовніше це те, що ми на Radio ROKS відчули, що вам не вистачає якогось позаефірного проєкту від нас. І цих проєктів ставатиме дедалі більше, обіцяємо вам це. Ну а прямо зараз ми запускаємо серію коротких, але змістовних інтерв'ю із найвідомішими рок- та метал-музикантами. Все це буде називатися «Рокс-чат», буде виходити тут, на каналі Radio ROKS на Ютьюбі. Тому підписуйтесь на наш канал, якщо ви ще цього не зробили, розказуйте про нас в соцмережах, ставте лайк цьому відео і обов'язково напишіть в коментарях, з ким ви хотіли б побачити інтерв'ю в рамках проєкту «Рокс-чат». Ну а першими героями стануть The Rasmus. Вони вирішили поїхати на Євробачення від Фінляндії. Для цього їм ще потрібно пройти національний відбір у себе. І про це, і не тільки про це, ми з ними поспілкувалися в рамках першого випуску проєкту «Рокс-чат». Тож, всім приємного перегляду.
So, my name is Sergій. I'm the host of the Radio ROKS, and I'm really pleased to see four of you here today. Of course, I have a lot of questions, and of course, the very first question will be dedicated to your brand new song, Jezebel, and its connection with Eurovision Song Contest. But the very first question will be connected with this beautiful lady. We are all really nice to meet you. Tell us about yourself a little bit. How do you feel in this band?
Hey, I'm feeling awesome. This is like the best band in Finland, and I'm honored to be part of it now. I got this crazy phone call a couple of months ago from these guys, and immediately I knew that this is the right thing to do, and it feels really good and really natural to be part of the Rasmus now. And the fans have been like awesome, welcoming me to the family. It's been great.
And I gotta say, we are very happy and honored to have Empu with us. You are a great guitarist and a great personality. I think she fits the band perfectly.
Yeah, I feel like that. Yeah.
And it's something new, you know, when I was watching the video on the Jezebel song, my first idea was, oh, okay, this is some kind of model. She's not a part of the band, but then I see other musicians. I see that you are not making, you're not pretending that you play the guitar. You really do it. You're really killing the riffs. And I say, wow, this looks great. This is something new for the band and for the fans also. So did you have any reaction already from the fans? Are they welcoming you? Or maybe they are saying something bad?
I kind of, I was like a bit skeptical. I thought there would be like more negative feedback or criticism, or because in a big band when there's like changes, fans react many times like really intensively and all that, but it's not been the case. Like the fans have been awesome, like super friendly, welcoming me to the band, sending me so nice, like lovely messages every day, and it feels really nice. Yeah, and I started playing guitar when I was 5 years old, so I'm happy that you can see that I know how to do it.
But tell me the truth. Did you ever played any Rasmus songs before connected with the band?
I've been trying to think about that, like, have I played them? But I think I've only listened to the songs, yeah.
When we invited her for the test playing, we asked her to practice In the Shadows, and then another song called Immortal that has more like guitar parts in it. And it was pretty interesting moment to play In the Shadows with a new member in the same old rehearsal room. You're like, wow.
Actually, I wasn't a member at that time, because
yes, you were. Come on. You were.
You still didn't know.
In the first minute.
But did you have any auditions, like you had a couple of guitarists that you were looking for? Or you just saw this beautiful lady and you decided, we want her?
Well, we had a very clear vision.
Yeah.
If we can get her, we don't need anyone else.
Everything fits. Okay, so you're very, very welcome to the Rasmus. And by the way, I have to ask it: is it everything's okay with Pauli? Do you feel a little bit sadness because of his departure? Was it his decision?
Of course, there is sadness, but it's something that we've been kind of processing for a couple of months now.
Yeah.
So of course it's like a sad, emotional thing when your long friendship has a different turn. But it's good now, and we're really enjoying playing with Emilia.
Yeah, for
we
sure.
were just talking with Pauli this morning, so everything is good.
Yeah, and by the way, one more time, I would like to say that it is something fresh. It is something new for the fans, and I truly hope that it will be like a new beginning for your band. And of course, talking about new beginning, about new achievements, you decided to take part in Eurovision Song Contest. Maybe my question will sound a little bit passive-aggressive. Why do you need that?
Well, we want to win this for Finland, of course.
Okay.
That's the main goal.
Yeah.
But also, last 2 years have been devastating. With COVID,
Mm-hmm.
been really boring and painful times. So we wanted to do something that makes us feel alive and have some challenges. And it felt like a good idea last summer when I came up with the song.
Yeah, instead of staying at home, and get bored,
Mm-hmm.
we wanted to play music and do something together. And this is actually super fun already.
And this is something the band has never done before. So for me, it's kind
Definitely.
of like it's easier to be here because everything is new to me. But this like UMK and Eurovision thing is new to them as well. So we're kind of together in this new exciting thing and experiencing it together.
Yeah, and now we have to win this UMK kind of step first, and then we head to Italy and
To win that one.
to win that one, and then we come on tour to Ukraine.
Yes, for
That's
sure.
the plan.
Yeah, we'll talk about it a little bit.
Combination plan.
Couple of questions later, we'll talk about your visit to Ukraine. But for now, let's talk about Italy. Was the winning of Måneskin band some kind of helping moment for you to make this decision? Because Måneskin, actually, Lordi were a truly metal band, Måneskin also truly rock and roll band, so maybe the Rasmus as a rock band watched and say, no, we can do it. It's not a bad thing for career, because many rockers do this, why won't we?
Yeah, it's interesting how you say like, oh, well, is it a bad thing for the career? Is it a good thing for the career? Yeah, I think there is a certain thing about Eurovision that we never took part in it before, but also our fans have been asking like, when do you do this? Like, you have already fans in so many countries, like you should definitely be there and bring some good vibes to the whole thing. And that's what we felt when we wanted to do it. And when I heard Lauri's song, like, hey, this is a good song for being in a contest. But I'm also really like somehow hopeful, because Måneskin is like a rock band, and people pay attention to rock music again after a long while. And I love rock music. I was born that way. That 10 years old, I was already listening to rock records, and I think it's just a different kind of appreciation of aesthetic, and it's beautiful if people like it.
But at the same time, there is a very big amount of people who say that music is not about competition. And these guys, they say music, it's festivals, it's coming together, it's family, drinking together, having fun, dancing, not the competition. But at the same time...
I used to think that way about the Eurovision Song Contest. I used to think about it that way, but then I kind of started to think of the concept. It's really nice, actually, that every country picks their own artist and sends them to compete, and it's not really like the most serious competition. Of course, everybody wants to win, but it has a lot of good vibes. And the originally how Eurovision was born, it was just to unite the countries. So it has actually a really good concept in the background
And good values behind
Yes.
like
Exactly.
equality and all that.
equality, and exactly.
And also our friends Blind Channel from Finland, they say that it was so much fun to be in the Eurovision, and they took the 6th place, which is really good for Finland. And they said that you should go there too.
I remember the moment when Lordi won the Eurovision Song Contest. It was like I was sitting near the television, I was watching and saying, wow, people are voting for the demons on the stage, growling, crying, shouting, you know, like my grandmother would say, turn this off. They are demons. I don't want to see it. But those guys won. So it was enormous and it's a fantastic thing. And I would like to ask you a little bit about the songwriting process of the Jezebel song. One more time, you reunited with Desmond Child, one of the best songwriters in the rock and roll history. So how did you come to that idea? You had an idea to write the song for Eurovision, or it was Desmond's calls? How it happened?
Yeah, we have a long history. We wrote an album together, Black Roses album together like 12 years ago. But now, last summer, I came up with this song, and I just thought of him. You know, I called him like, hey, dude, I want to finish this song with you. We need to win the Eurovision Song Contest. Can you help me? And he was in Greece on a small island of Folegandros. He said, get your ass here tomorrow, and we'll write the song together. So I flew from Hawaii to Greece. Took me like 35 hours to get there. And only 4 hours to write the song. It was very like spontaneous thing. I just had this vision, and I followed it. But he's one of the greatest songwriters, a great producer too, and also a very inspiring personality. I consider him as my mentor, you know, in many ways. You know, he's told me so many great stories and some good advice, some bad advice too. But you know. Like he says it, 99% of my ideas are very good, but that 1%, that is bullshit.
So you worked with him on Black Roses. It was 15 years ago, 2008, yes? Yeah. And maybe, you know, like maybe you see that something changed in the way of Desmond's Child's approach to music and yours approach to music. So 15 years later, do you feel like, you know, like coming back to past, or you felt like it's something new, it's something definitely unique?
I think, you know, I don't feel nothing has really changed. He was so passionate about music back then as he is right now. And I feel exactly the same. You know, we are feeling more energized and more excited now than 10 years ago as a group. You know, like, so it's about that kind of a mental state, and it's like how you decide to live and enjoy your life and approach music.
Yeah. By the way,
I think Desmond is one of those people that he hears things very clearly, and he's like a super focused person, and he's like very good songwriter, obviously, and doesn't matter what era it is, you know, 90s, 2000, 2010. Like he's been working with Katy Perry, Ariana Grande, all the latest ones, Taylor Swift, and he's still creating great songs that everybody wants to listen, and they go to top 10 all the time. Like it's kind of amazing, but he's just so good in his craft.
And maybe
he's very good with people.
You're from Finland. It's quite a Nordic country in every meaning of this word. So we talk about him, Children of Bodom, Apocalyptica, Rasmus, you know, this melancholic, romantic, Nordic way of look. And now we see Jezebel. Yellow color, everything's so bright, you know? The sun is so bright. So how do you feel about these changes? Did you need those changes, and how your fans react to those changes?
Yeah, it's a quite dramatic change to bring a color into the palette. It's been pretty much black all the way.
Yeah.
But let's say like 20 years ago, I used to have a yellow hair, you know.
Yeah.
I used to even have a sunflower, a yellow flower in my microphone when I went on the stage. You know, I taped a flower there. So it's like, in a way, it's like a time hop. You know, somehow we bring the past to the present. So it's not completely new.
Yeah, but by the way, something didn't change. Once, Lauri, you turned your head, and I saw the feather. I saw that you still have it. How many?
there.
Yeah, still there. How many feathers did you change throughout career? Or this is some kind of a unique one, the one and only.
Still the same.
These are the original ones.
I have to tell you a funny thing. Today I got an email from somebody who's like farming turkeys.
I want to sponsor you.
I want to sponsor you. No way. Yeah. He was like, oh, I heard the Rasmus are going to the UMK and trying to win the Eurovision. I'm the turkey farmer, so I have these most beautiful feathers for Lauri. Like,
Just imagine.
I have to call this guy. And
Yeah.
get those,
Great.
'cause there's no way we're gonna win without those.
And just imagine the start of your performance and welcome, performing on the Eurovision Song Contest, presented by the turkey farmer, the Rasmus. And first goes the army of turkeys, you know. Dum, 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 dum. I think this will be just, mind blown. I have a question which is connected not with your activity, but with your colleagues from Finland, maybe some new bands, because on the Radio ROKS, I make the project which is dedicated to new music, mostly. So can you suggest me some new bands from Finland which you think could be really famous worldwide?
Well, one is this is not new anymore, but Blind Channel is a really great band. I saw them live a couple of times last summer or autumn, and they really know how to make a good show or good gig, and that's a great band from Finland. I think they will take over the world.
Yeah. For me, as a Rasmus fan, I can say that I'm also a him fan. So was it a surprise for you when you heard that Ville Valo decided to break? Well, maybe it wasn't only his decision that they decided to break up. Was it a sad news for you, or you knew that it will happen someday?
It was sort of sad because him is obviously a very important part of the Finnish rock history, and they've created so many good songs, and they have many good albums, and they have so many fans around the world, which is something that we are very proud of as Finns. Like they are people that we know, and they've done beautiful stuff, and you should be just proud of your friends.
Yeah. We consider him as our big brother in a way. Together we have been touring and conquering the world, and it was kind of sad news.
And I remember it was 2001 when him took us as a support to their Scandinavian tour. So that was kind of the first tours we played outside of Finland, like real tours, and they showed us how to do that, and they were really supportive for us, and we as a younger band, little brothers, we wanted to be better than him every night, and it was kind of kicking the ass also, and I think we kind of own something for him, and they're really they used to be a really good band, and they still are, and I think their music is still something great and something unique from Finland.
I'm just waiting for the news, I think Ville has been busy writing some material. I haven't talked to him in a long while, but I think soon it's time for some news. Maybe next year Ville is taking part of the Eurovision.
Maybe you will make some collaboration one more time, because I love that song with Apocalyptic. It was huge.
Yeah.
It was very huge. And by the way,
I was just saying that the voices of Lauri and Ville, they are like a nice combination together.
Actually, let's talk about tours, because you mentioned that one of your very first tours with him. You were at the very beginning of your career, but now you are a huge band and you have a big tour. And during your nearest tour, you will visit a couple of cities in Ukraine. So usually bands come to visit Kiev, or maybe Kiev and Lviv, or something like this. You have Kiev, Lviv, Odessa, as far as Kharkiv, you have so many cities. Have you ever played before in those cities, being in Ukraine?
So this is like the cities where we played in Ukraine are the ones that you mentioned. We played in Lviv, Kharkiv, Odessa, Kiev, and what's the last one?
Dnipropetrovsk, by the way. Yes,
And
when I said nice to meet you, I forgot to say that we met each other 10 years ago. I was hosting that festival in Dnipropetrovsk. Yeah, so I remember you
nice.
as those times, guys.
I really loved that festival. We were with friends. We were kind of staying there on the beach and dancing late into the evening.
And you wear it vyshivanka. You wear it vyshivanka, Ukrainian
that's right.
traditional
I had the
shirt.
Ukrainian shirt
Yeah.
at that concert. Yeah.
And by the way, during one of those gigs that you played in Kiev, as far as I remember, you performed one of the Ukrainian songs by Taras Petrinenko. Maybe you have any plans on this tour, some kind of surprises for... do you plan to continue this tradition?
We had a little tradition called Soup of the Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eero special. He always has a little surprise for us towards the end of the show.
Ah, you don't know about it. It's always his decision.
No, we don't know.
Oh.
It's usually he's like surprising everyone,
Usually,
including us.
it's fantastic and fun, but sometimes it's can I say it? It's so embarrassing and awful, and we are just laughing. We cannot go back to the States to play any encores after that. Eero's funny.
You just want to cry and disappear.
Leave the country immediately.
I'm just like the song that you mentioned.
Yeah.
Probably this Ukraina.
Yes.
Ukraina.
You still remember it. Great.
And it,
Wow.
which is some sort of like almost like a national, like a.
You're planning to visit a couple of cities in Ukraine and a lot more cities all around the world. How much have you been missing live shows during these pandemic times?
Not too much.
A lot, yes. Last time we played was 2020 in March in Mexico. That was the last show we did. It's almost 2
Wow.
years. It's crazy.
It's-
So we really, really missed that, and we're happy to have these few dates booked to the end of the year. And I think there'll be many, many more shows once we get the snowball effect going.
Yeah.
Right now, we're focusing on the UMK, hoping to be part of the Eurovision Song Contest in May. And one thing at a time. But it looks like this year is gonna be a good one.
Definitely, and I truly believe in that. I feel that there is something fresh about the Rasmus band. Talking to you during this half an hour, I felt like I'm talking to, I can say this word, young musicians. I don't see those. I don't see those. Like. I remember the time when I was playing the real rock. No.
Yeah, but it's because we met 10 years ago in Dnipro. So
Ah.
that's the reason for that.
You're fresh and you're new one more time. I really hope that this will bring some new mood to you and it will bring you the big win on the Eurovision Song Contest. Not only the Finnish part, not only the part which will take place in Finland, but maybe also that will take place in Italy. I truly believe in that and I wish you that. So, congratulations with Jezebel release.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for that conversation, guys. See you in Ukraine. See you in Kiev and all the other cities. Bye!
In Ukraine. Bye.
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 Радіо ROKS.